if a beautiful girl asks you to sit next to her, you don't say no. You say, uh, 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 sure, sure. Ooh, jeez, man, I've lost a lot of weight in the past year, so this shirt is like 2 sizes too big. It's like hanging off of me, but I got it when I went to go see Bad Bunny perform live for the first time, so I'm not getting rid of it. So, Claudia from Jacksonville, you have officially ruined my traveling experiences. I do not enjoy traveling as much as I used to because of you. This is an old story. It's an old story. It's from about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So Claudia, you know who you are. Number one, if you ever see this, you know exactly who you are and you know exactly what you did. So, sheesh. I've been wanting to tell this story for a while, so let's get started. So about 4 years ago, I'm traveling from St. Louis to Atlanta because I had been home from college for a couple of days. It was like a holiday break, and I was ready to go back to school. So I had to fly back. I went to college in Tuskegee, Alabama. I went to Tuskegee University. So that's in Alabama, but there's no airports in Alabama. So the closest thing I could do was I had to fly from St. Louis to Atlanta and then catch a shuttle, like a 2.5-hour shuttle from Atlanta to Tuskegee, Alabama. So at the time, if you know anything, anyone who lives in St. Louis knows that Lambert Airport, which is our main airport in the city of St. Louis, has 2 terminals. The first terminal is all of your Deltas, your Uniteds, your American Airlines, all those other airlines. And then Terminal 2 is only Southwest Airlines flights. So since I went to college, I started flying Southwest a whole lot more often. So I get to the Southwest Airlines terminal, check in, get through security, do all my things. I sit down, and I'm sitting down. I have my laptop, not the one I have now. I have a new one. But at the time, I had this old laptop that I had since high school. It was like on its last leg. I was gonna get rid of it once I graduated. But I'm sitting down in this airport, and I'm like, I find out that my flight had been delayed for about 2 hours because there was a lot of storms at the time. So I'm sitting around trying to find something to do. I said, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna sit down, maybe read a book, look on my laptop. So I'm looking on my laptop, and I had a friend at the time in college who was a model. She was like a freelance model. So she would send a lot of like the pictures of her work, like from her portfolio. She would send that in a group chat to a lot of her friends that I was a part of. So I'm opening up my laptop. I have my headphones in. I'm just scrolling through some of these pictures that she sent to me, and they're basic model pictures. Some of her in some of her like posing in like hallways and stuff like that, with like the black and white photos with like her hair blowing, and I'm so into looking through these pictures that I'm not noticing that there's people around me looking at me and looking at my laptop and seeing what I'm seeing. So I get to the stuff where she's like, posing in like lingerie and like posing in like bikinis and swimsuits and stuff like that. So I'm completely not looking at that. So I look up, and there's this girl sitting in like one of the seats. She's like I'm sitting here. She's sitting maybe like three or four seats that way, close enough to where she can like see my laptop and like see what's on the screen, but she's not saying anything. So every now and then I just look at her, and she's just like. So after a while, I notice that she's looking at me, and I get real self-conscious. I'm like, oh crap, let me close these pictures, close it, and I just start getting on YouTube and like browsing videos, and just start checking some stuff out. Get a message that my flight's gonna be delayed for like another 2 hours because the storm's not letting up. So I'm like, oh crap, man, we're gonna be here forever. So I decide I'm just gonna take a nap. So I put my laptop down, pull out my phone, and I put on my headphones, my Dre Beats. Matter of fact, I think I still have them. These Dre beats, by the way, they're I've had these, like I said, since college, since like my sophomore year of college. They are falling apart, as you can see. The pads covering off, and then the pads coming off, and then this little lining's coming off. I got them like wrapped around my neck. I'm scrolling through my phone looking for some music, and then all of a sudden I hear a voice coming from my left. I look to my left, and it's this girl who turned out to be Claudia. And I get a quick look at her because I didn't really look at her before. All I know is, you know how like when you know someone's looking at you and you do just like a quick little glance just to see their expression. So that's all I did. I never really got a chance to look at her. So she says, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?" And I just look over and I see this girl, and she was straight up gorgeous, like freaking beautiful. She looked like I'm trying to think if I could think of it. She looked like Manny Santos around season 5, season 6 of Degrassi. So if you know if you watch Degrassi, Manny Santos, banging, just absolutely freaking gorgeous. She looked a little bit like that. So I'm doing the whole moving in slow motion thing. Like it was like. Are those the new wireless Dre beats? And before this girl could get the word beats out of her mouth, I took them off my head and I'm like, yes, these are the new wireless Dre beats. Look at the finish. Nice little logo. Yeah, looks real nice. You put these on, you get a lot of noise cancellation, you get a great sound quality. So I'm like, listen to the sound quality on these things. These things are amazing. She puts them on. I teach her how to connect it to her phone, and she listens for like a little bit, and she takes them off. She goes, "Okay, these are pretty good." And I'm like, "Oh wow, that was kind of weird. You seemed kind of excited about seeing them." So I was like, "Oh well." So she hands me back my beats, and I take them back. I put them back in my around my neck, and she goes, "Look, I'm just so tired of being in this city. It absolutely sucks here. The weather has been trashed the past couple of days. There's garbage everywhere. There's garbage in the street. The people are rude. Had guys just hitting on me ever since I got here. I told my family, look, I appreciate you letting me stay here for a while, but I can't stay any longer. I'm ready to go home." And I'm like, "Oh, you have family here. Well, where's home for you?" She says, "Well, I live in Jacksonville now." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Jacksonville, Florida. I think I know some people out there." So after that, we just start chit-chatting back and forth. And she tells me her name, I tell her mine, and we just start getting real friendly. So we end up talking for like maybe an hour or two, just about anything. Just sports, politics, life, family, friends, work, college. Anything, just like our favorite music, our favorite movies. We just go back and forth. We really start like getting real friendly. After a while, we get the message on the over the intercom that our flight is going to be coming in, and that the storm has cleared up on the other end, and that we'll be starting boarding in a little bit. She said, "So where are you flying to?" I said, "Oh, I'm flying to Atlanta." And she says, "Oh, okay, yeah. I think we're on the same flight. My flight, I have a connecting flight back to Jacksonville from Atlanta." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, we might be on the same flight." So we pull out my boarding pass, pulls out hers, and we were on the same flight to Atlanta, and then she was gonna get on a flight to Jacksonville. And then she looks at me and she says, "Look, Korey, can you do me a favor?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, Claudia, what's up?" And she says, "Look, when we get on this plane, I need you to sit next to me." And I said, I mean, sure, I'd like to. But I don't know if we can do this, because I mean, I'm looking at your boarding pass. You're in boarding group class A, and you're up near the front, and I'm all the way in boarding class B, like the end of boarding class B. I'm all the way at the back. Like, there's no way we're gonna be able to get on the plane at the same time. And she says, "Korey, trust me, and whoever sits next to me, I'll tell them to move. I need you to sit next to me. I'll tell them that we're traveling together. I just need you to sit next to me. Can you do that?" I was like, "Okay, you can make it happen. Let's do it." Because if a beautiful girl asks you to sit next to her, you don't say no. You say sure. More time passes, the plane lands, and they start boarding. She gets in with a boarding group A. I see her get on the plane. She looks back at me and she just says, she like gives me a little hand signal, I guess, like to watch her. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. She gets on the plane. I get my bag. Boarding group B comes up, and I get on the plane. And I get on the plane, and the plane already looks packed. I'm like, there's no way she has a seat for me. There's no way she has a seat for us. And I'm looking around, and I look in the back of the plane, and there's Claudia. And she's in the like one of the very back rows, and she's like waving, just like, and I'm like, what are the chances of this happening? Like, there's no way this happens in real life. There's no way a beautiful girl singles you out and says, hey, I want to sit next to you on a plane. There's no way this happens. This is a trick. This is a trick. I'm going to get to the back of this plane. She's going to freaking poison dart me or something. I'm going to wake up and my wallet and all my personal information is gone. There's no way this ends well. So I'm like, screw it. Let's just see what happens. So I start walking to the back. I put my bags in the overhead and I just sit down, and she goes, thank you. Thank you so much for sitting here. I did not want to sit back here by myself. I just knew some guy was going to sit next to me and try to hit on me the whole flight. And you don't seem like the guy who would do that. And I'm like, oh, well, thanks. I mean, you kind of just met me, but I mean, that's a nice little assumption for you to make. So we're sitting down, and the flight goes back. The flight pulls out, and we start moving. It's about a 2.5 hour flight from St. Louis to Atlanta. So our plane takes off, and like it's like late at night, so the lights are off, and we got the little like dome lights right above us, so we got them turned on. And she looks over to me, and she goes, Korey, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah, sure. What's up? What was that you were looking at on your laptop back at the terminal? And I was like, you saw that. I'm sorry. That was a friend of mine from college. She models sometimes, and she just sends a lot of her videos, pictures and videos out to like a group of friends in a group chat. So it's just, oh my goodness, oh wow, well that's okay. I thought you were like watching porn or something. I was like, why would I be watching porn in a public place, number one? Number two, if you thought I was watching porn, why would you start talking to me? Is that the type of guy you want to talk to? A guy who would watch porn in public? And she goes, no. It just shocked me. I mean, I didn't think you'd be the type of guy who watch porn. So, I mean, I just kind of, just trying to see what you were doing. And I was like, oh, okay. And she goes, well, she looked really pretty. Like, is she like your girlfriend or something? And I'm like, no girlfriend for me. I've actually never had a girlfriend at this point. And she goes, what? Oh my God, that's so amazing. That's cute. I never actually had a boyfriend, really. I was like, oh, well, that's a nice little coincidence. And then she goes, well, like, do you mind if can I look at some of those pictures? And I was like, I mean, if you want, I mean, you can. Like, yeah, sure, yeah, I want to see what she does. So she starts scrolling, and she stops on one of these videos, and she says, oh my God, what's this? And I'm like, oh crap, she found something scandalous. And I look, and it's a video of my friend. I'm not gonna, I almost said her name. I'm not gonna say her name. And she is she's dancing on a pole. She took pole dancing classes for like a couple months. And I was like, oh well, yeah. I was like, yeah. My friend took a pole dancing class for a couple of months, so she was just learning some stuff. She I don't think she does it. She doesn't like dance professionally, but that's just something she wanted to learn how to do. And she goes, that's so cool. She's actually pretty good. I actually used to teach pole dancing classes. And I was like, oh, well, that's, again, a nice little coincidence. I was like, oh, really? That's cool. And she's like, yeah, I used to do all type of I used to teach like sensual dancing. So I used to give pole dancing classes. I used to teach lap dances. I'm actually pretty good. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, anyone who knows me knows I'm not a real like overtly sexual person. Like if a bunch of guys start talking about sex stuff in a social setting, I'm not gonna be like, oh, my virgin ears, no, please, no, I'm innocent, no. But I'm just not, so upfront about sexuality. Like I said, I'm actually like still a virgin at this point, so I'm just don't really like talking about it like that. But she just goes on and on about like these classes she teaches and like the people she's met and like all the dances she's done. And she's like, oh my, and she's like, well, I'm pretty sure you ever had a lap dance before. And I was like, no, I haven't. Never had a lap dance before. And she goes, what? You've never had a lap dance? No. She said she was acting like I told her I'd never eaten like candy or something. Like I told her I've never had chocolate before. She was just like what? Like everyone just gets lap dances, which I don't know. I don't know if everyone does. I've never had one. And she goes, oh my God, Korey, it's so much fun. I can give you a lap dance. I can give you a lap dance right here. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I can give you a lap dance like right here on this plane. And you can just hear like the record scratch just like everything just got completely quiet. And I just look at her. I look at her like she's crazy. I'm like, you can't. I always say, you cannot give me a lap dance right now. She goes, why? Why not? Why can't I give you a lap dance? He's like there's so many reasons why. Like we're on a plane. It's crowded. This flight is almost full. Like there's like no space. Like there's like so much can go wrong in this situation. So I've already given her like my little explanation as to why we can't do this, and she gets like maybe like 5-6 inches away from my face, and she just goes, Korey, we are alone in the back of an airplane. It's like 11 o'clock at night, almost midnight. Everyone else on this plane is asleep. No one's gonna bother us. I'm gonna make sure your first lap dance is the best one you've ever had. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is about to happen here? I'm still like trying to like put up a fight. I'm just like, dude, there's like, I was like, we cannot, you cannot like give me a lap dance here on this plane. Like there's no way we can do this. Like I said, there's pretty much like no space here. Like we're in the back of a cramped flight. Like there's no way we can do this. And she just goes, and she just looks at me, gives me like these flirty eyes. Now she was wearing like this like hooded jacket. This like hooded jacket. She goes for her zipper and starts unzipping her hoodie. And just goes, oh, relax, Korey. This is fine. I'm like, this is fucking insane. She takes off her jacket, and she's wearing like this like almost like a bandeau, it's like sports bra type top, and just sweatpants, just like running track sweatpants. Takes off her seatbelt, grabs her phone, and she had these like earphones. She had like the little earphone splitter where you could like put two of them in, and then you could two people could listen to it at the same time through their own earpods. So she starts putting on some music. Puts a pair of headphones in for me. Puts a set of earphones in for her. Puts them on. Puts mine in, and just starts playing like this slow jam music. And this music starts playing, and she like climbs over to my seat, sits on my lap, like ass all my junk area, grabs both of my arms, and then just starts like grinding, like moving her hips in a circle, just like starts grinding on me. And I'm thinking of everything else besides this girl right now. I'm not looking at her. I'm like looking off to the side. I'm thinking of like football players. I'm thinking of sumo wrestlers. I'm thinking of like I'm thinking of like puppies. I'm thinking of anything that will not spark interest in this situation. Because I feel like, I'm like, dude, if you get a boner in this situation, it's all over for you. You are gonna have to. You will never be able to leave your dorm room when you get back. There is no way she's not gonna tell everybody she knows about the guy who got a boner while she gave him a lap dance on an airplane. And by the way, this lap dance was amazing. For my first time, it was absolutely my hand to God. This girl knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. So the song ends, and she like slides off of me, and she just looks at me. She goes, "Well, that was fun, wasn't it?" And I'm frozen. I'm like, I have no response for her. And she goes, well, I'm glad you had fun. And she just like puts her jacket back on, zips back up, and then just like leans over and then just like falls asleep. I'm like, whoa, 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 hold the hell up. You are not gonna sleep on this plane. No, you cannot do this. So after like a while, like the plane lands and we're getting off the plane and we're about to get off the plane. She looks up and she looks over at me and says, Korey, look, I know that you get off here. Can you just like walk me to my next gate? I think I know where it is. Can you just walk me to my next gate? Make sure I get there on time. And I am hooked at this point. Like this girl I don't know what type of spell she cast on me, but this girl has me trapped. So I'm just like, sure, okay. Everyone gets up and starts getting off. I pick up my bags from beneath me and I try to start moving. And when I tell y'all, I am harder than Chinese algebra at this point. I am so uncomfortable right now. I'm like trying to walk without having my stuff show to everybody. I'm like walking like a Frankenstein movie, like my legs are all stiff, just not my proudest moment at all. So we get off this plane and I walk her to her gate. And I walk her to her gate and they're already starting to board. And she just puts her bags down and she says, Korey, I had a great time. I really enjoyed meeting you. You're a really nice guy. Well, I gotta go, but I really hope that somewhere along the line we can meet each other again. And she just like hugs me and brings me clothes. And she's about to walk off. And she says, she stops and she turns around and she says, oh, I almost forgot. You're gonna need this. And she has my phone. I guess I like dropped my phone in the course of her giving me this lap dance. I look at my phone and it's open to a video. There's a video of while I'm getting this lap dance and my eyes are closed. She apparently got my phone and like got the camera from the lock screen and started like recording. She recorded me receiving this lap dance. So she's giving me a lap dance and my eyes are closed and my arms are all stiff and my shoulders is all up and I'm just like, not my proudest moment at all. So she grabs my phone and she does the most gangster thing I have ever seen. She grabs my phone. She hits share, and she texts it, and she sends it to her number so that I now have her phone number. And then she deletes it from my phone so that she has the only copy of it. Good game, Claudia. So she gives me another hug and says, bye, Korey. Hope to stay in touch. And then just gets on her plane. And man, that was the longest, like 2-hour shuttle ride back to campus that I've ever had in my life. I'm contemplating my whole life up until this point, like my whole life flashing before my eyes. I'm thinking, how the hell do we end up in these situations? Oh my God. So yeah, that was like 4 years ago. And I haven't seen Claudia since then, but we do talk every now and then. We're still pretty good friends. And I don't know what she did with that video, but if you ever like go on Instagram or YouTube or something and you see a video of me getting a lap dance with my eyes closed, I'm gonna need you guys to just flag it, report it, do whatever you need to do to get it taken down. Just don't even watch it. Don't even watch it. Don't watch it. Don't comment on it or nothing. Just delete that shit ASAP Ferg, all right? Because if that video ever got out and went viral, it could be a little bit embarrassing.